Today I'm replacing the front stabilizer bar links on my 2012 Toyota RAV4. First thing you want to do is jack up the vehicle and take off the two front wheels. My driveway is slanted, but I always set the e-brake anytime I jack anything up because I don't want anything slipping off the jack. Also use jack stands if you have them available. This guy right here is the sway bar link. There's two 19mm nuts, and then there's an Allen here in the middle. So first I'm going to try and zap it with an impact wrench. See if I can get it off that way. First I'm going to spray the nuts down with some penetrating oil. If these are rusty, it sometimes makes it difficult to get them loosened up. Then I'm going to try and hit them with an impact wrench and see if that'll come loose. Most new sway bar links will come with new nuts, but just in case, hang on to these old ones. That actually came loose for me. Let's try the bottom. This guy will loosen up, but he's just spinning, so I'm going to have to get an Allen socket on the inside and use a wrench on the outside to get it loose. I'm going to show you on the top because it's easier to see, but basically I've got a 6mm Allen. Make sure this guy goes in snug. You don't want to round that out or you will be setting yourself up. And I've got a wrench. You don't have to use a ratcheting wrench, but I think this one is a little easier. So I've got the socket counter holding the center, and then I'm just using the wrench to loosen it. Make sure when you install the new sway bar, you put it in the same way as the old one went. It's easier if you loosen both sides because then you're not fighting against the sway bar tension, but basically making sure this guy went in this way, this guy comes through this way. I don't know that it'll fit the wrong way, but you always want to pay attention to what you're doing so that you put it back together the right way. Not like this. Like this. Also, always do a visual comparison of your new parts to your old parts. Make sure they're the same size and the right parts. As you can see, my guy has new nuts, so I'll definitely be using those. This bottom one's a little trickier to reach, but basically I just wedge the ratchet against the bottom, or figure out a way to hold it so I can also press play on my camera. But once you've got that loose, you can get the new ones in. So, my new links have a 17mm bolt and a 5mm Allen, so just make sure you use the right tools. You want to make sure this Allen fits snug, because if it doesn't, you can round it out and then be in a world of hurt. I have the other new link already fitted in place with the bolts just barely started. Like I said, do both sides. Make sure you can get them both in at once, because if you tighten them down, then you'll be fighting and it'll be more difficult. I'm going to try these nuts first with the impact, see if I can tighten them without using the Allen, and then make sure that they're good and snug with the ratchet and Allen socket. Yeah, it's got this blue lip around it that's like a locking nut, so that's as far as it'll go with the impact. If you can't get them tightened down with the impact gun, then you'll have to use a ratchet and a wrench and tediously plug away until you can get everything snug. Once you've got everything back together and all 4 nuts tightened up, put the wheels back on, torque them to 80 foot-pounds, test drive the vehicle, double check the torque on your nuts and on your lug nut studs, or your lug nuts for your wheels, and you should be good to go.